heck? That old lady was playing Down with the Sickness on drums. That's crazy. Okay, should be showing up. There we go. Gotta mute. Or not mute, but turn down myself. Let's see. Trying to get other people onto the stream. There we go. Okay, wait, what did I do? Let's see, select, delete that, delete, and then, it doesn't show me. Oh, okay, I didn't know you could do that. Well, I guess I learned something new. Edit. Then by 17. Ooh, no, I don't need that much DPI. Let's see. Okay, done. Save. Wait. Crap. Oh. Let's see. Is this the same thing here? Bear with. Okay, yeah, that's right. Bear with me if anybody just joined or is joining or whatever. Let me know if you can't hear me. See, insert a file. Let me pull this back because I'm not sure what. Hey, I need to clean my table. Let's see. Browse. No, that's not it either. There we go. Let's see, TIFFs. Ronin. Page 2. There we go. Alright. Now we can start. Yeah, I need to turn the volume up on my mic. I'm basically going to go until... Oh, I got to sign into the chat. Let's see. And I'm probably going to answer yes. Okay. All right, there we go. Now I can see chat and everything. I'm glad they added this to OBS because it makes everything a lot easier. Oops, let me turn my mic up. Check, check, check. Okay, you guys should be able to hear me now, hopefully. Hopefully I'm not too loud. Check, check. Okay, you guys should be able to hear me now, hopefully. Hopefully I'm not too loud. Turn this down a little bit. Let me see if I can, I don't think I made something for a stream. Yep, sorry about that. It's going to be loud. Trying to add some music here. It's all non-copyrighted. Let's see, music. Yeah, I'll probably get better at having this all together soon. Let's see. Where's that track I'm looking for? Okay, there we go. Wait. Oops. Sorry, guys, for those just joining. I'm trying to get some music together. See if I have anything that. There we go. I'll put that in there. And that should work for now. All right. All right. Should be better now. Okay. So this is page 2. Not sure why that looks like that, but okay. I put this on multiply. And I'm gonna add another layer. Put that down here. Flats is probably like, I should have flatted this first. It's like the most boring, tedious thing to do ever. I'm gonna lower the opacity of this so I can start adding. Okay. So let me take a look at the last page. You know what, as a matter of fact, I'll add it to the stream. I'll add like the image so I can. Just so we have a reference. Okay. Let's fit to screen and then let's put it right there. Okay, that's cool. That'll be the that. Oh, you know what? I might as well add the flats image real quick. That should be cool right there. Okay. So now, let's go ahead and get this all flattened up. I think I'm gonna... make sure I got my flat brush. Okay. I forgot I have the shortcut to fix the brush. I'm going to try to go as fast as I can because flats are so slow and super duper tedious. Tell you, man, Caesar is knocking it out of the park with these pages, man. Like, and I especially gotta give him props because my the script is good, but it's 10 pages, you know, so like there's a lot that goes into it, especially a lot of what do you call that? Action. And for anyone wondering, all the music in the background is music that I composed. Could have just edited the line. I keep forgetting that. Oh yeah, I know what I could do. Let's see. Sometimes I'm real picky about the way, making sure these lines are like, because when you do coloring, your flats like it's honestly, you could do whatever you want to on the rendering as far as I'm concerned, but if you don't get the flats right, oh man, you'd mess everything up. Because you know the inks, especially when if you deal with inks that don't, you know, that are like a lot of thin lines that are really hard to put flats under sometimes. If you get it all wrong, man, it's gonna, in the printing, if the ink plate slips even just a smidge, you're gonna mess everything up. Oh crap, I didn't realize I was. Gotta move this a little faster. I should turn it up just a little bit. Hopefully it doesn't overpower my voice. There's a book called Star Blades by Kyle Ritter. You should go and get it while it's in demand. I think it's still in demand. Anyway, it doesn't even matter about these blacks here, the inks to cover them, because there's not going to be any color showing through anyway. But when I did like a little promo video for him, just to like when he was close to launching his campaign. But this was the song that I used, but I also used it for Adam Post's College of the Dead, and but this was something I had been working on as like a I guess a main theme for Johnny Lau and the Johnny's Law book, which is the title character's name is Johnny Lau. Alright, now we can just throw that in there. And if anyone is trying to do colors for their book, then probably one of the big things I can tell you is, or actually technically the way that you should do it is start off with mass area. In this case, you know, you could easily just do one panel at a time, you know, but I can always cut out the gutters, which are the areas between the panel. I can cut that out later, but if I flat it all at once, then I can start making choices of the biggest areas, which would be, like in this case, you could choose either the characters or the background, but I'm going to go for the characters first. But you would pick the biggest area, then flat that in, then the next biggest area, and so on and so forth. You go like, you know. All right, so all right. All right, so I need to see the skin tone. I remember, let's see, he was, maybe the skin tone. Now, one other tip is, I could go like underneath, like right underneath his ink lines, but the better thing to do, and even saves you time, is to just go over. It doesn't matter if you go over at this point, because you're going to put the color of the background in, and that needs to butt up, you know, directly against the color of the skin. So it's better to just do it falling out, and then get the rest of it, you know. This should go a lot faster. Oh, is that me? I forgot. I thought I had the instrumental, but oh well. I play this game, and there's these characters called scavs, and they are AI NPC characters, but they're not like any that you've ever encountered. These guys are tough. But I made up this fake group called SWA, which is scavs with aimbots. And oops, wait, did I pick a different color or what? Oh, I know why. And so this is the song, that one of the songs I did. I did another one based off of gosh, what was the name of the NWA song? Straight out of Compton, but it was straight out of Tarkov. Oh, crap. Do it again. Edit the shape. Sometimes when you do that, it puts like the holes in the line, but I guess when it's big enough you can do that. I guess I could butt it right up against it. Oops. Just get it. The thing about doing it this way is you can get it to, when it's a flat brush, it's like you see how this pixelation is here at the bottom. Like that's what it is. It's just pixelated, and you want that. You don't want any kind of aliasing or anything. Oops, I don't want it that low. I'm gonna put this drink back in the refrigerator. I'm not gonna be doing this for too long. I just came on for a little bit to see what I could get done. Maybe doing it on a live stream will make me go a little faster and I can get a lot more done at one time. Okay, that's decent. And then I'm gonna go back to the other color so I can clean that up. I don't know, I'm very particular about that. Okay. Previous color. Alright. So now let's get his. I think his was a little darker. Alright. And same thing here. I'm going to do the big lines and get it all like, even if it's all the same color, because eventually I'm going to color separate everything. And because there's shadows here, the inks, the solid inks here, I don't need to go beyond that. I don't need to color those. It's not necessary. Of course, I can go down here, catch that real quick. I can go ahead and get the bill of the hat here, the brim. I can do the hat if I want to, just for the sake of uniformity, I guess. I don't know. I like this page. It's a lot easier than the other one. The other one was like, well, the other one was the previous page, page 1, was a lot more difficult just because it was the first page, and I was trying to like see his style and figure out how to put it all together. Okay. Anyway, just oops. I always wonder, my fingernails get so long so fast. I always wonder if my fingernails look dirty. Sometimes you don't pay attention to that because you don't expect your fingernails to be on camera. Alright. I probably didn't need to make it that tight of a fit there. Still learning to get faster. Like build up the hand-eye coordination that knows that I'm like hitting the lines right all the way through. Okay. All right. I wonder, is that the same color? No, it's not. It's slightly dark. This one's slightly darker. Okay. And then this guy, he's a lot darker. Let me see. Oops. Let's see. And actually, I just now remembered. Oops. Yeah. If I forgot, if I just lock down this area, okay, if I just lock down this area, then I can't, well, actually, won't work if I don't lock it down from this side too. Okay. I should be able to throw it in there like that, yeah. Okay, so now that we got all that, now we can just go in and do the edges. Oops. Let me drink some water. I have to remind myself that anything that touches this mic is gonna make noise. Gotta stay hydrated. And when I was drinking it, I realized that I had this big old jug on camera, right? It reminded me of that Guy Fieri scene, or the meme where he sucks the noodle up, and he's like, oh. And I had to remind myself, like, bro, you on camera, bro. Okay, so. Oh, well, I guess I put that in there. Wait, which is the one that's playing right now? Alright. Okay. Now, the walls are going to be that bluish teal green color or whatever, which of course I did not save. So let me go back out here. Let's see, go here. Go, well, Okay. I guess I could, that color there, save it. Alright. So that's going to be, well, I got to keep us in, see, there's storytelling that is involved in coloring too. So since we are breaking from one page to the next, and even though this is going to be a digital prequel, right, which would make it easy to decipher the storytelling as far as color goes, but it's going to be printed in the actual floppy, right? So that means that page 1 is going to be like the first page you see, and then page 2 should be the second page, like on the back. So you gotta keep that storytelling color wise. You gotta keep it there. Okay. So now I'm gonna use the same color, and then I'm gonna figure out some other way to, you know. Okay, just making sure that this is gonna be. And when you do flats, you don't have to necessarily do, you know, like exact local color or whatever. Which local color, if you don't know, it just means the color of the things around you, like their actual colors. You don't have to do that. But since I already know, you know, what I'm doing, what direction I'm going, I'm doing the colors all myself, then that means that it's probably best that you're not on the camera. That's why I said you have to. I don't know why you guys don't remember. I tell you, I'm streaming. Okay, so now I'm making a line. It's just too big. I don't need it that big. So if you can see now what I'm doing, I'm getting all of this area, and that's where I'm gonna butt this teal looking color with the brown from the character. And if you see how the brown and the teal is together like that, that's what we want. We want it sitting, you know, flush against each other, so that there's no holes. And then when you go to do, you know, the next parts, it's all, you know, cohesive or whatever you want to call it. Hey, what up, Tank? Annoying neon colors, yeah. Yeah, it's true. It is easy to differentiate. At first, I was really like, how do you call it? I wanted to do that, use neon colors, but then I was like, man, but that's going to throw me off. Like, it was the opposite for me. I was like, oh, it's going to, you know, I'm not going to be able to think of colors that I want to use. So, but of course, it's preference, you know. You can do whatever you want. Okay, thanks. I just want to make sure that you can hear me, but also that my, what you call it's not too, the music's not too loud. I'm going to have to separate. This is the earring, his little earring or whatever. I'm going to have to separate. I was trying to have people come on with me, but the only problem with that is I only had like a, what do you call that? Like on the fly doing OBS. And I don't have it all set up for bringing other people, because I thought I could do it with StreamYard. But for some reason, This app that I'm using for, let me see how much battery I got left. This app that I'm using for my camera is, I don't got much battery left on my camera, but that I'm using for my phone, it won't show up on StreamYard. Like when I do share screen, it shows it like you can bring it up, you can see it, but you just can't see the actual like what the camera is capturing, because I'm not actually filming anything. It's just the preview mode of the camera, which you can't. Oh, why am I doing all that? I don't even. Well, I guess it doesn't really matter. Yeah. Yeah, see, that's the thing. When I'm until I get an iPad Pro, I'm like on stuck, because I have at 11 by 17 for the canvas, and then like 350 DPI. Excuse me. Procreate is stuck at 7 layers, because I'm using an iPad 10.2, so it's there was a bug where Procreate 4 was recognizing this iPad as an iPad Pro, so it would give you more layers than you were supposed to get. Even though it was still going by the RAM, I was getting 24 layers at 350 DPI, and that was perfect. That's all I needed. But as soon as they made Procreate 5, they patched that to where it recognizes it as what it is, which totally jacked me up. So now I'm only at 7 layers that I can use each, Yeah. Yeah. It's so awful, man. Why you do this to me? And then they said, well, because I said, is there any other way to undo it? They said, well, you could revert your system, but we wouldn't recommend that. I'm like, oh, so there is a way. If I could basically just go back to the previous Apple, to the previous iOS or iPad OS or whatever it's called, and then go back to Procreate 4. Yeah, I know. You just want to ruin everything. Because I was so happy, because at first I had, I was only allowed 7 layers, but because of that thing that they fixed, that's why I kept getting crashes at like the 4th layer. But then when I stopped putting it at 500 DPI, and someone was like, nah, just set it to like 350. So then I started doing that, and I had 24 layers. Boy, I was so happy. But then, of course, they ruined it. But, the master color. Oh, you mean on the first page? Dude, honestly, straight up, I like starting this when I did Ibai's, when I colored over Ibai's stuff. I was like, I don't know what I'm doing as far as how I was gonna approach his work and the style that I wanted to use, because I'd taken a couple of courses on, like Udemy and stuff for coloring, so I understood the technical aspect of what I'm supposed to do. Select this and do this, and but I understood all that, but it was the actual, I guess, lighting and color theory. I don't know, but I got it. I figured it all out. I mean, I'm still working at it, obviously, but I hate when those little dots come up. See, these are the things you don't want. You don't want those little dots. Yapper. Okay. I just want to make sure everything is, there we go. So now, here's the part where storytelling aspect comes in, and not just that, but there's also the how do you call it? The aspect of contrast, because I can't use this same, even though this is the color from the wall, the previous page, and I'm trying to set the scene since it may be the back page of page 1 when it's printed. I can't do the same colors because it wouldn't stand out. It needs to be different. So, but what I'm thinking of doing is actually, if I'm going to use any colors, I'm going to use colors from I just figured it out. The light that's over them, right? I'm going to use that color as the background for his close-up, since the light is over him, and when they're sitting down, they're closer to the wall. So I'm going to keep the wall color for them, maybe slightly change it for him for this last panel, but yeah, I think that's what I'm going to do. Let me see if I have that color. Oh, I remember what color it is. Go here. This, and then go to Harmony. This is one of the things I really like about this new Procreate, is all of the options for complementary, split complementary, all that. It's just no guesswork in it, you know. Let me see if I can. No, I don't want that. I'm gonna bring it up. Let me see. This is weird though, because you go complementary and you split complementary, and it does. Oops. Delete. Okay. Alright, so I'm going to push it back more towards the red. Bring it this way. And then let's desaturate it just a little bit. I don't even think that's the color, honestly. Let me see. I'm trying to remember how I did it. Alright, thanks a lot for stopping by, Tank. I appreciate it. Shoot, Tank and I, we became friends on Facebook. Gosh, I think it was last year, like early last year. I don't know. I just saw some of his stuff, and we started talking, and then we, you know, he was one of the guys that jumped in my little Twitter DM PR group called CG Delta, Comicsgate Delta, and just been cool ever since. Okay, so let's go here. Oh wait, that's not the one. Go back. It's this one right here. Let's see. Okay, so okay, I know what to do. Let me make this normal. Wait, where's normal at? Alright, and then let me bring it all the way up. Bring that color there. There we go. And then, dang, I don't even remember what it was set to. I mean, I already got the flat thing. It's not hard mix. What was it? I think it was hard light. No, it wasn't. It was hue. There we go. Alright. I think it's. I want to make sure I set everything back, because. Alright. Alright, let's get, sometimes I have to think about how okay, I know what to do. The heck? I always have to zoom way in up because it's my first book, dude. I want to take no chances. No chances. Okay, as long as it. Oops. Alright. Okay, so what we need to do is make sure that all this is cut off. It doesn't have to be super neat, it just needs to be setting the parts separate. And I think I need to work on more stuff, more beats, so I can have stuff to play. And maybe more of a what you call it? Variety. And when you're doing it with the flatting brush as opposed to like a flat fill lasso or something in Clip Studio, or the lasso tool in Photoshop, is that with the lasso tool you I don't know, you seem, at least when I use it, you seem to take a little more care in selecting your lines. But with this, I just needed to be as approximate as possible, just making sure that all the lines, the colors butt up against each other like they're supposed to. Yeah, next time before I do a stream, I want to make sure that I have everything flatted first. Because I honestly don't like to have you guys sitting here waiting on me to, to get my stuff together with flatting, because then there's no time to do anything else. Although I am moving pretty fast. And if you're, just first starting out to do coloring, anyone who is, you're going to be real slow because you're trying to be very careful. But as your hand and eye starts to coordinate based on what you need to make sure is done properly, I guess is the way I could say it, then you'll go a lot faster when you realize, Like, oh, I'm going too slow for this. Oops. Let's make sure I'm not overstepping boundaries there. Oops. And a good thing to do is, turn off your inks and check your flats as you're going along, which I usually don't do until I have everything as far as like the main flat selections, I guess you could say. Let's see here. Oops. Oh. I hope everybody's holiday has been smooth, everybody's safe. I don't celebrate Christmas, I celebrate Hanukkah. And even then, I'm not necessarily tied down to it. It's not a biblically mandated holiday. It just symbolizes Christ, and does definitely kind of coincide with his birth in the fall, which I know is not going to be a popular opinion. Oops, I went too far with that. But anyway, you can celebrate what you feel is right, and I won't hold it against you. Because everybody got to be accountable for themselves, including me. I'm doing this even though I don't really technically need to, but sometimes I get lost in doing it, it becomes very therapeutic. It's like, what? I don't even need to do all that. Oops. That was funny. Alright. Well, let's go ahead and add some color on this side. Oop, oop, oop. Whoa, buddy. Whoa, buddy. Whoa, buddy. Well, actually, because I have to... Probably be better if I did this. Let me see how much time this thing has left. Oh, 11%. Next time I'll make sure and have this thing fully charged. I can plug it in, but my cord doesn't reach, and I don't feel like fidgeting with it this time. This is one of the first runs of this. There will be more. Only thing is I can't color stream every day because then I would be showing everything from the book. But maybe we'll just do I definitely want to do interviews with other creators, and then I want to do I don't know, something. Let's figure it out. Give me some ideas. Leave them in the comments. A lot of detail means a lot more time spent trying to separate every little bit. That's the only part. That's when it becomes tedious, is when, but you know, that's part of it. Just gotta get used to it. Now, sections like this, see where the line is open? I don't know if you can see that right there. The line's supposed to complete that way. I remember when I first started doing colors over at Buy, I was trying to go back in on the ink layer and complete it. Now I just close it in. I don't need to do all that, wasting all that time. Get some more water. Hope that didn't make too much noise. If it did, too bad. Well, I'll try better next time. Maybe. I don't even know why I'm going all around. See, I was like right here. Well, yeah, I guess there, but like right here, you don't need to go over that. Just all you need to do is get the lines that have space. You know, like for other color. Those open areas are the ones that you need to make sure are closed off. Or rather, you know, they get coverage. See, like that. I was almost about to go through the whole thing after just telling you that. And then I jack myself up. Just jack him up. I was on Ethan's stream the other night. He was doing just like throwing the link into the chat and letting people come on, which I think is a really good idea, actually. You know, that way you get on there, you better be ready. If you're looking like that dude on the meme where he's like, okay, if you're doing that, boy, you about to get kicked. Ethan will be kicking like Jackie Chan, boy. But I got on there, got to show off my book, talk about it a little bit, which was awesome. And it was cool because I got on there, started talking. The first thing he said was like, man, you got a groovy voice. I was like, yeah. And then everybody in the chat was calling me a pimp and all that. Are you a pimp? I'm like, no. I said, I'm not a pimp, but I be pimping though. I was seeing if my son was even paying attention to what I said. Probably not. Little crackhead on his device. I told him that today, man. I was telling about both of them, my son and my daughter, because I was like, y'all need to go outside and do something, get off the phones. And then, of course, he was upset because they always get upset when I ask them to get off their phone. I was like, man, what's wrong with you? Are you a crackhead? I said, that's the way you acting? Because that's what it is. It's just the same thing, you know. I'm on devices all the time, but I'm usually trying to do something with them, you know. Not just sit there and look at videos all day, which I do as well, but mainly just do work. Put that twerk in, man. Man, this is getting way more. It's taking too long. Let me put this down a little bit. Oh, I don't like that. Well, you know what? Why am I worried about it? It's going to go in. Oh, no, actually, no. I'm tripping. Brown needs to go in there, not the purple. Oh, Jesus. Good thing I can talk, man. Otherwise, what the heck? How'd you do? Eh, little things be. They get away from me. Little spots. The holes, man, the holes. I don't want no holes in there. Dang, am I ever going to be done with this part? I bet I'm going to look back at it and be like, oh, I could have done it like this other way. Would have been simpler. 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 Oh, shoot. I'm going to go over here. I'm bored. I'm bored of doing the same thing over and over and over. Let me go to another area. So I just run over there and jump up and around and feel like I'm doing something different. Oops. I think I should. There we go. Bop. Okay. I think that's. Ow, something's itching me my neck. Biting my neck. Oops. Dang it, why? Imagine being left-handed and everything in the world is made for right-handed people. But then when you, like, I mean, Procreate has an option to, like, take this little bar right here and drag it over. Like, you can set things up for a left-handed person or right-handed person. But, you know, I mean, it's 2019. I've been a left-handed person since 1975. I think it's a little too late to be trying to train me to do it the way that I needed to do it a long time ago. It's like, oh, there's a left-hand option now? Oh, well, that doesn't do me any good. I've already learned how to do it from the right hand. Or not using my right hand, but, you know. Man, ain't nobody showing up. Y'all bogus. Let me see. Streaming 64 minutes ago. Twitter. I'm going to share it on Twitter. Share it on Facebook. Alright. That's pretty much it. And then nobody watching but me anyway, so hey, you know what? It's all good. I'm gonna go play Minecraft with my kids and have me a good old time. Let's see. I think I'm gonna get this backgrounds in on this panel before my phone cuts out. I'm surprised it's not like tripping already. Dang, did I actually finish that? Yeah. Oh, I gotta make sure to. Yeah, I actually do have to. I hope this doesn't get jacked up. Oops. And when you're doing flats like these lines, it doesn't matter how thick or thin it is really, as long as there's no spaces. As long as it's like that, you're cool like that. Cool like that. Because I'm cool like that. I'm cool. Alright, let's see if this is going to work, if I'm not missing something. Let's see. And why? Let's see. There must be a space. Oh, wait. That's why. It needs to be outside of the gray part, I think, if I'm not mistaken. Yes, I should be doing mileage and getting my lines straight. My teacher from dynamic sketching saw me, he'd be like, you really need to do some mileage. Even if it's on a screen, you should be able to draw straight lines. Oops. All right. I think that'll take care of it. Let's see. No, why? Why? Is there a broken line here somewhere I don't know about? That's the only thing I hate is it'll be a broken line somewhere and you won't know where it's at. And you have to sit here and search for it. And you keep doing it over and over and over again, and then you'll be like, dang it, and it'll be like one tiny little broken area. I mean, honestly, I'm not gonna, wait, is that it? No. I'm not gonna fiddle with it. I'm just gonna change the drop threshold, and that should take care of it. I hate doing it that way, but if it takes less time and doesn't totally mess everything up, then I guess it's alright. Come on. And there's probably a broken line here too. Let me see if I have to change the threshold. Yeah. You just have to be careful with doing that, because you could end up making an area that ends up having a hole in it, which you do not want. Let's see here. And then I think what I'll do with with this one is I'll put a texture in this background with part of this color in there somehow, with like some sort of shader or grain or texture or something. I don't know. Okay, so we're almost done here, because I gotta get this phone, is gonna die on me. Up there it goes. No. Alright, well, I guess that was it. I'll just sit here for a few minutes. I gotta get this flatting done anyway before I do anything else. So I'm selecting now the gutter space between the panels, and I'm selecting that so that I can so I can knock that out. Okay. Because definitely need that not to be in there. Let me take the inks off so I can look at it real quick. Actually, I didn't even need to do that. Just do this. Okay, cool. Yeah. It's looking clean, boy. Looking clean, clean, clean. Okay, do this last part and then we should be good. Alright. Let's see. Yeah, I know. We'll turn this off for right now. And then, let's see here. There we go. See, we can fix that. We can fix it. We can do it. Alright. So now, just this last part. Okay, let me think of what I'm going to do. Okay, I think I'm going to take this color. Let's see. And add the split complementary color. I think. Make this even lighter. I don't know. Because what I can do is I can pop a layer on here. Go to add that in there, and then go all the way down to black. Go ahead and fill that layer. Change it to saturation, and then I can look at everything in grayscale and see the differences. Like this layer right here. Go to my flats layer. Oh, you can't see this, but let me show it to you. I forgot. What I did was I put down a layer of black, and then when I switch it to the saturation mode, it actually shows me my values of gray, right? So then I need to make sure that everything is distinctly, separated. Contrast wise, you need to have it looking good. Let's see. So I'm gonna select the color. Well, geez, really? Change the selection threshold. Okay. Dang it, I didn't select the sword. Okay, well, I'll fix that in a minute. Oops. Alright. So now I'm gonna go into hue, saturation, whatever, and I'm just gonna bring the brightness of, actually, I did it wrong. So now I need to reload the mask, invert it. Okay, no, I can't do it that way. Alright, cool. No, that's good. So now, hue, saturation, brightness, and I gotta let it, I need it to be brighter than he is. Alright, so now I can take that layer off. Alright. Oh yeah, that's not bad. Alright, that'll work. Maybe I can make it lighter. And then I'm going to pull the saturation back a little bit. Yes, I think this will work. Alright. I'm going to add that black layer back on there. Yes, that looks great, actually. Alright. And then take it off. Alright. So now I'm going to do this last bit of color for the background for the guy with the cigar. And then I'm going to go to change the saturation just a little bit. Yeah, I'm gonna change the saturation on it. Now, do this last part, selecting everything, and we're good to go. I wonder if, let me do this. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna select from the top part of the panel, the top line of the panel, and then I can separate that gutter area, and I can cut that part out, and then when I go to select everything, it should be a lot easier where it won't try to leak into the other one. Edit shape. Alright, yeah. Yeah, this would be a lot easier if I do it this way. Since it's the bottom of the last panel or whatever. Okay, pretty sure everybody's bored with this music now. There we go. So now I put the last panel, the color selection for it. So now it's just a matter of cleaning up, and then we'll be done. Alright. Let's get this last bit. Wait. Well, yeah, that's fine. I was worried about where I was selecting, or rather coloring in the lines. Oops. Kind of went over a little bit. If you, oh gosh, I haven't even plugged at all. If you have not signed up for the email list yet for when the campaign drops, you should do so, because you will get a free digital copy of this 10-page prequel, which is cool because it gives you a nice little, I guess, introduction and somewhere to start from, but it does not give away the story in the main book. So you can feel free to read it and not, think you're going to have your whole experience ruined. And the artist on it is Cesar Feliciano. And then the main artist is Ibai Canales, which some of you out there already know. Oops, dang. Oh, you trying to style on me. Wait, is there something that's not? Oh, that's why. Psh. That's why. I'm coming up on the rough side of the mountain. I could blow. I could blow and flow like Flojo. All right. Whoops. Whoops. What do you think about shirts? I think I'm thinking about doing some shirts. Get some of that hype. Put them up like maybe on Crypto Fashion or something. Oops. Get some Johnny Lau action. You know what? I might tell a buy to like make a shirt design that I can color, and we'll do like a version in black and white and a version with just inks and then a version with color. People can choose what they want. I will not be offended either way. If you don't want my color version, that's fine. But yeah, I think something with him fighting the ninjas or something like that, man, that would be tight. But you know what though? Honestly, the ninjas are not involved really past, I guess you could say maybe the first half of the book. But it's so fun, dude. My whole idea was like to have ninjas like how Frank Miller did with the hand for Daredevil. That was my idea. To just do it. And then Abai loves ninjas, and surprisingly, no one's asked him to do ninjas. And then he loves G.I. Joe, so he had to like hook up their pouches and everything and make them look awesome. Okay, here we go. And she is finished. What? Stupid pencil doesn't want to sit down. Okay. Oops. Let me turn it this way. Maybe that's easier. So hopefully you can see that. Doesn't want to show. There we go. That's better. Yeah. So now let's take the inks. And we'll bring the inks up. Hoo-hoo, with the inks, it looks throwed right there, look. Bam. I gotta get a new webcam. I think this one is about had it for like 3 years, I think. 4 years. Anyway. Yeah. That looks so good. Hey, man. I love doing this. It's so awesome. Okay, that's pretty much it. I'm signing off. Make sure to like, subscribe, share. Hit me up on Twitter at Johnny's Law with 2 W's and Deltaverse Comics with an X, all together, one word. Well, of course it's one word. And then you can sign up to get your prequel at deltaversecomics.com. And I'm trying not to burp on camera. But anyway, I'll check y'all out later. Peace.